Hello stock traders, I hope all of you had a fantastic Monday and are ready to hit the ground running on Tuesday. In today's video, I'm going to call out some different stocks that I like and also cover some of the different portfolio changes that I made today. I think you'll be interested in some of the changes that I made, so you will want to stay till the end of the video. But before we get going, if you could do me a favor, please hit that most amazing and wonderful like button. Also, if you haven't done so before, please subscribe and turn on those bell notifications so you get notified when a new video comes out. I do have a Patreon group. I have a link in the description down below. If you want my callouts as soon as they happen, that is the place to get it. You get a 7-day free trial right now, so check it out. We have that link down below, as I mentioned before. All right, let's get into it. Let's start talking. This is not going to be a long video, but I'm going to cover the different things that we've been watching. The first of all is the SPY ETF. Constantly watching the SPY ETF. Right now we have resistance at 456 with support at 453. That is going into tomorrow. It'll be interesting to see how the day plays out. We seem to be bouncing nicely. It seems like the level, though, is a little bit lower down here. It seems like this is the level here that is really loading up, and that's 452. So maybe off by $1. For some reason, that is a heavy level of support that we don't seem to be breaking down below, which I'm fine with. The market can go higher. I think that's great. We've had a slight pullback, but not really, and we could just be kind of pulling up here, a little bit of uncertainty, and then we could see the move down to fill these gaps down below. That is what could happen. Keep in mind that we do have a Fed meeting coming up later this week, and so that will keep things interesting and should keep us on our toes. The VIX rose a little bit today, up 2.28%. It is now at 13.89. Way low, especially for the amount of uncertainty that I feel is in the market. I don't think you can trust the Fed for sure, and so this could spike at any time. But right now it's just been kind of hanging out in this range, not really doing much of anything. All right, let's cover some of the stocks that I sold in my portfolio. The very first one was ticker symbol THRX. Sold this for a 16.57% gain. This was part of my insider swing play. Also took an exit point on Beam Therapeutics, part of my active ETF strategy. Sold for a 1.84% gain. Also sold KTOS. Sold this for a solid 5.57% gain. This is part of my active ETF strategy. Sold LABD. This is part of my bearish DeMark ETF strategy. Sold this for just a meager 1.77% gain. This one I had higher hopes for, but it did not pan out. But happy to get out of it with a gain. And finally sold INCY, part of my active ETF strategy. Sold for a 2.89% gain. You can't see it here, but it did have a sell signal from before. I loaded all kinds of stocks. Now just keep in mind that you're getting in on this a day late if you're watching this and not part of the Discord. But some of these I think are still a great buy, especially those that finished down this first day. I think they're definitely a tremendous buy, and you might think about finding a position. But the very first one I bought was ticker symbol JANX. And this is part of my insider swing play. Bought this after significant insider activity. It had a rather decent day, up 6.65%. I think it has more to go, and we are a ways from a sell signal here, so I think we could see higher prices. The next is part of my active ETF strategy, and this is PACB. This is Pacific Biosciences of California. Anyway, got in on this one today, and got in at an average of 13.44. $13.44. The next is part of my long-term royalty strategy. Got in at an average of $23.48 on these buy signals. I like this for a move upwards. I like oil flat out to go up from these levels. I know some of you will hate that I just said that, but I think that that's what we're going to see. And this is a stock that is very well positioned to do terrifically if oil prices should move upwards. We have ALGN, part of my active ETF strategy. Got in on this at an average of $337.50. We have Google, which I told you I would enter. This was in the video yesterday. Entered this, got in at an average of $120.96. Finished up a little bit today. And ASAN, ticker symbol ASAN, got in at 21.75 cents. So that was number 3 and 2 of the top 7. Let's get into this top 7. The first of all, ASAN is number 3, so let's move it where it needs to go. Yeah, move it there, and then we need to move GOOG into the number 2 position. All right, now we have our top 7 that I want to talk about and go through, and we have new buy signals on CRISPR Therapeutics. So this is setting up for a move upwards, but since calling us out, it is down 9.73%. This is part of my active ETF strategy. This has not popped like I expected it to. Actually entered in here, and so it has been moving downwards. Not really doing that great so far, but here we go. Number 6 is TZA, part of my bearish to mark ETF strategy. This one is down 11.10% since calling it out, called in right in here on these buy signals, and it's just been moving the wrong direction as the Russell has been on a tear, which has been great to see, but rough for this particular ETF. The next is SDOW. This is ticker symbol SDOW. Since calling this out, it is down 8.23%. And then we have BOF. This is part of my insider swing play. Since calling this out, is down 5.21%. But I like this one to pop eventually. I think we will see that move upwards. As I mentioned before, number 3 is ticker symbol ASAN. Number 2 is Google, ticker symbol GOOG. Since calling this out, it is up 0.76%. And finally, number 1 is Outlook Therapeutics, and it has a PDUFA date of August 29th, down 0.43%. Now, I had a viewer ask me to take a look at a particular stock. I'm going to talk about it right here, and this is COSM, ticker symbol COSM. This is Cosmos Health Incorporated. So as you can see, we have massive buy signals. We also had insider activity reported again in after hours today. And so this is a very interesting setup. It has a gap to the upside with insider activity. I like this for a sharp move up to fill this gap, especially if it can enter the gap. Once a stock enters the gap, usually it moves to fill it, usually, as long as it depends upon, of course, buy and sell signals, all those kind of things, to mark indicators, support resistance, whatever you decide to look at here. But I like this setup for sure, especially with insider activity on this. I think that this is a solid buy. And so I think this one might be one I would consider taking a position on. Fits my insider swing play strategy perfectly, and I like it for a move up. I wish you all the best on the stock market. Please reach out to me in the comment section down below if you have any questions. Want me to cover a stock? I'd be more than happy to. Just let me know about it, and we'll take a look at it at the next video. Wishing you all the best, and Ray Tovin out.